Okay. Okay, friends. Sorry, like there was some issues with connecting to the class. I had to re-request them again to send me a WebEx link, and the existing link was not working. So there was a delay in starting. So that's why I just came just now. I had to join back again. Okay, friends. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you are all able to see my screen there. Okay. Good morning, Samir, Lopita, Jayashri, Sagar. Okay. Very good morning, everyone. So we shall start now. So since till yesterday we saw about something called we were starting to see about something called parameters there. You all know how to create a parameter, right? So you all know what are parameters also. So can anyone tell me like what for parameters are used and what is the main purpose of using parameters? Okay. Parameters are for dynamic retrieval of data, for filtering purpose. Okay. Jayashree was saying it is for filtering purpose. Then why we need a filter? And what is the difference between filter and parameter? What is something that we have it in filters that we do not have in parameters? Or what we have it in parameters that we don't have in filters? Okay. Parameters are changing conditions. Okay. And filter reference in line, rows and columns, etc. Filters are like static. Samir is saying that filters are static. Okay. How about other friends? What do you think is the basic difference between a filter and a parameter? Why we are having filters and what is the exact difference between both? Parameters we can pass the dynamic values for the filters. Okay. Parameters can be used in a dynamic mode. Okay, friends. So first let's see the basic difference between what is a parameter and what is a filter. Exactly. So parameters are certain things wherein you can pass on dynamic values. So dynamic values in the sense the user's input can be given there dynamically. And you need to embed the parameter with the report, with this particular application there. So for example, when you are creating a parameter, you need to embed a parameter by creating a calculation. You need to embed that parameter into the report in order to retrieve the data. However, the same case, when you are doing it with the help of normal filters, you may not embed a filter into that particular thing because it is auto-embedded. You need not basically give that. Okay. What I'm saying here is, friends, the basic difference is, so let's take from yesterday's sheet, let's continue. Let me take one sheet from here only. Okay. So here we were saying yesterday about the confidence intervals and these stuff there. Okay. So let me take this example. Okay, we had the subcategories and the shipping mode based on various colors. We just took the cluster example. So here, when I'm adding a filter, so basically I'm adding a filter, or maybe I'm adding filter by customer name. Okay, or maybe I'm adding a filter by subcategory. So display the subcategories for me. So I'm right clicking here. I'm saying it. show filter. So subcategory item would be a filter here. I'll right click here and edit the filter. I'll go to the condition and I will say by field I wanted where my profit is greater than 0. Sum of profit is greater than 0 always. Greater than or equal to 0. I would like to see all those subcategories where my profit is greater than 0 alone. So I'm adding a filter like this and I'm applying. So as soon as I add that, you can see a few of those subcategories what we had, that is no more there in this report. So in this particular worksheet, we are not able to see the other subcategories. So the only subcategories which are having profit greater than this alone, it's visible. So if at all I need to change this value, I need to go here, I need to come here and edit this filter once again. And here I need to change the value again. So now I wanted that where and all my profit is greater than like 100,000. And my profit is greater than 100,000. So let me first load this. What is the value max which we have? So I will like to have profit greater than 20,000. Okay. I am applying this condition to my filters. And now after I apply this, only those things will come. However, in case of parameters, the same thing I am creating in terms of parameters. So for a parameter, whenever I am creating a parameter, I need to right click on the profit and create a parameter there. So whenever I am creating a parameter, by default it takes what is the data type of that particular item, it takes that data values. So it basically takes the floating value, what is the current value on minimum maximum, it takes the value. So it also gives me a name called profit parameter, I am clicking it OK. So after I create this profit parameter here, I need to show this parameter. So I will be right clicking here and showing this parameter control, and so that I need to enable this profit parameter. Okay. So now as and when I am showing this parameter control there, either I have two options, either to slide or to move this. So when I am moving the slider trend, I would like to see the items which are greater than this profit only. But nothing changes in the report. Why there is no change in the report? We have seen this example already. Why there is no change in the report? So why the values are not changing? Because here I am setting the parameters. I need to embed this parameter exactly. I need to embed this parameter to this particular application exactly. So how to embed that? For that I need to create a calculated field. So what is the calculated field? I am right clicking here, creating a calculated field based on profit. I am saying the calculation as profit calculation. Profit calculation. So here in the profit calculation I am adding an if condition here. So we are going to see about this specific calculations in module 6 friends. So if profit is greater than 0, if profit is greater than the parameter value, what is my parameter name? My parameter name is profit parameter. So whenever my profit is greater than this profit parameter, then in that case you display the profit, else you display the profit. Else I am not writing any conditions. Okay, let's see what happens here. So I am ending this statement with this. That's all. Whenever this profit is greater than the profit parameter value, then you display the profit. Or else, let's see what happens here. So instead of this sum of sales now, what I will do, I will take my profit calculation. So now when I am changing this parameter value, now can you see what is happening? So as and when I change this parameter value, the values are, for the remaining values it is displaying null, and for the values which are greater than this particular profit alone, it is displaying me a positive one. So similarly I can make use of this, and or either I can type in my profit values, whatever I wanted. I can make it as anything. So this is the value, so like I wanted to see the profit which is greater than 30,000. I'm entering it here, 30,000. So likewise, whatever values I have, I can just enter that. So likewise, it accepts those parameters only. So we have the slider here which shows us the default value. So maximum is 8339. So that's why when I'm typing it other values, it's not accepting. So this is what the profit is. Okay. So now do you get me how parameters are different from that of filters? So they are more dynamic in nature, and moreover they are not embedded to a report by default. You need to manually embed this. So this is an important interview question. Whenever you are going for an interview, they generally ask in Tableau. If you know Tableau and you are attempting an interview, they would be asking you, like, what is the difference between a parameter and a filter? How different they are. So for that, you should be able to tell them not only in theoretical basis, but also practically you should be able to tell them how things are working there, what happens in a parameter, how things work in a filter. Is this clear, friends, everyone? Okay. Okay, friends. So on yesterday's session, friends, if at all you have any feedback specifically, friends, you can share me that feedback directly, or you can mail me if you are not able to share it in the class. You can directly mail me what are the improvements that you are looking, friends. Because what I wanted here is your 100% satisfaction. You should learn things. If you are not getting certain things, please let me know immediately. I can modify or I can tell that slowly, or maybe I thought like that concept you might know already as we have seen it. So I might go fast in that way. So if you are feeling that it needs to be done once again, please let me know. I can redo that, not a problem. Okay. So this parameter now you are going to create, friends. You are going to create. So can you all create a parameter based on a particular, so here they are taking based on the shipping cost. Can you all create a parameter based on something? Let me see if an example is available for you to take. So okay, so this is the condition here. So let me tell you, can you all create a parameter based on your okay, first I'll tell you what the calculations are. Maybe you can make use of this calculation. Okay, can you all create a parameter based on discount, friends? And I need to dynamically enter my discounts there. Okay, so what I wanted is whenever I'm right clicking on, whenever I'm entering my discount, unlike this profit parameter what I'm seeing here, I would like to enter the discount here. Okay, so whenever I'm typing in my discount, I would like to know what is my profit based on the discount. So instead of this profit calculation, I want you to put profit on the text, and you take the subcategory and the ship mode. And so now what you need to do is you need to get the discounts. So I need to manually feed in the discounts, friends. So whenever I'm typing some discounts, I would like to know what is the profit that is made for this amount of discount. For example, if I'm giving 10% discount, I would like to see the profit for each and every category. So you all got my question? Can you all start building a thing based upon the discount? So whenever my discount percentage is greater than certain value, I would like to see my profits. For example, if I'm entering 10%, then I would like to see my profits here. So this is my table structure, what I wanted. You need to create a parameter based on discount. Have you all, is the question clear, friends? Please let me know for any doubts. I'll give you like 4 minutes time to complete this. I think 4 minutes should be long enough for everyone. We can start now. Okay, friends, I think if you are all done, were you able to create a parameter, everyone? Are someone facing some issues? Okay, Jayashree is done. Is your parameter working fine, Jayashree? Were you able to create it? Okay, no problem, Sagar. I can just show that to you again. Okay. Okay, friends, for others for whom the parameter could not be created, so you were facing some challenges when creating a parameter, I'll show it now. So the first thing what you need to do is right click this discount field here. Okay. Go to create and go and create a parameter. So as soon as I create this parameter, so what is the advantage of doing this, friends? The advantage of doing this is by default it takes my source column data type. For example, if my data type is floating, it takes the floating data type, and it gives me a parameter name also, and also it sets the minimum maximum value what it is. Everything it just gives me just like that. So that is the advantage of using this parameters. And there is something called comment section here wherein you can describe about this parameter. So please enter the value for this comment. Like that you can enter your comments here. So that's what this comment section is used for. So we can click on OK. So now I have created a parameter now. So hope everyone should have done this as well by themselves. So the only challenge you might have faced is when creating a calculation, I believe, Sagar. So I'm just showing this parameter control. So this is the parameter control. So you can just see this and the values, you can change it accordingly. Okay. Now what is the issue? You need to create a calculation here. So now what calculation I am going to create? I am going to create a calculated field based on my discount. So calculation, discount calculation. So here what are we going to do? If my discount value is greater than my parameter discount parameter, value is greater than my discount parameter, then what I need to do, I need to display the profit. So whenever I need to display the profit for those items for whom the value of my discount is greater than the value what I am supplying here, which is greater than or equal to the value what I am supplying here. And I am not giving an else condition here because I don't want to display anything else here. So I am clicking on OK from here, friends. So discount calculation, discount parameter I have displayed it here, and this is the discount what I am seeing there. And here what I will be taking on text, I will be taking my profit. So I will be adding my profits to my text label so that they are appearing in this colors. Okay. Now I would like to see my items for whom the discount has been greater than 0.5, that is greater than 5% on this. I would like to see those greater than 10%. What are the discounts that I have passed on? 15, 20. So, sorry. So here, what I need to use is not discount. I need to use this discount calculation in the table. Sorry, I just missed it. Okay. So this is the actual discount value, friends. Can you see here? When I'm changing my discount value, my report is also changing there dynamically. So whenever I'm altering my discount, I'm saying it's greater than 5%. When you are giving 5% discount, these are the items which are coming in negative profits. These items, binders, under the first class, standard class, it's coming in the negative profits. When I'm saying discount is greater than 10%, I'm saying like so many other items are coming. When it's greater than 17%, when it's greater than 20%, I'm able to see like most of the items are having the negative profits here, though the sales has happened. Friends, you can't hear me? Can you hear me, friends, everyone? Are you able to hear me well? Okay. Okay, friends. I think there were some issues at there. Okay. So this is what we created, friends. So here, based on this discount, whenever I'm altering my discount percentage, I'm able to see what is my profit percentage according to my discount. So this is what I need to do, and this is how this has to be done. So whenever you are altering your discount value, where to drag profit? Okay, you can drag this, the calculation what we have created, Shantini, the discount calculation what you have created, you can just drag and drop in the labels. So after you drag and drop it in the labels, it will come in different colors based on their profits. So here it is where it is showing the profits, Kanya. In the calculation, what I am showing is, if my discount is greater than my discount parameter, whatever I am getting, then display my profit, greater than or equal to. So display those items alone. So what has been in the profit? Yeah, correct. There only we are showing it. Yes. So earlier, why the value didn't change? Because I just took this profit and dropped it there in my text. So the values were not changing. When I drag and drop the discount calculation, the values are changing. So this is the concept of parameters, friends. So whenever you are creating a parameter, you should have an associated calculated field which is having that particular value and which can basically take that. So that is one important thing what you should have. Okay. So you all understood the concept of parameters, friends. This is how it works. So you can just see like how things are working. The same thing they have created for a shipping cost. They have created a parameters and the shipping cost cutoff. Based on that, a parameter has been created. 5, 10, 15 and 20. Yeah, Sagar, you need to practice it more in order to get this even better as we go on. So we have a couple of problems for you, friends. It's going to be mostly problems only. So give me top N results of profitable products. So this is something very interesting. So if I'm entering top 5, I should be getting top 5 customers. If I'm entering top 10, I should be getting top 10 customers. If I'm entering top 20, I need top 20 customers. Similarly, based on my profit, I would like to list all my products. I'll explain this question to you. So, I'm taking a new sheet. Okay. So here, I need my profit. Okay. So, I need my profit and I need my customer name based on my profit. So, here is my customer name, here is my profit. Okay. So, here in this list, friends, I would like to display top 10 customers only. If I am asking you to do that, how will you do that? Can you all get me the top 10 customers alone, friends, for the same query? No, I need to display only top 10 customers. I don't need the remaining people. I just need top 10. I don't need the remaining values. How would you get that? Exactly. Samir is saying we can use filters. Can you all create a top 10 values based on your filters, friends? I would like to see my top 10 profits alone. Can you all quickly create? I'll give you 2 minutes time. Can you quickly create a filter, friends, to retrieve my top 10 customers? Okay. Jayashree, Hasini, Shantini, Kanya. Sagar, how about you? Okay. Shantini has created a set for top 10 based on sum of profit. Okay. So that is also a solution, Shantini. Okay. So Sagar, okay, no problem, Sagar. I'll show you that. Okay, friends, how would you create it? I'll right click this customer name. Okay. And I will create. So I'll right click this customer name and I'll go to filters. So I'll click on show filter based on customer name, and here I'll right click and edit the filter. I'll go to this condition, or I'll go here to this top. Okay. So I'll show that once again, friends. Please carefully see for others who have missed this. So you right click, drag this customer name to filters. Okay. After you drag it, you go to this condition. So sorry, go to this top. After you go to this top, there is by default which comes top 10 profit sum, which means show me the top 10 profits by sum of profit. Show me the top 10 sum of profit. That's what you need to show. So basically what you can do, either you can create a set or you can do this also. This is also the ideal way of doing. I'll click on apply and click on OK. So now it is showing based on, when I am showing this filter, it just shows me my all customers. So out of all customers, it's basically showing me the top 10 list. That's what it is showing. So you can see this top 10 by sum of profit. Can you see here the limit top 10 by sum of profit? So though it is all customers are there, I'm just able to see top 10 alone. So this is how we can display a top 10 customers. So in the same case, friends, if I need to enter the values dynamically, so I want to enter top 10, top 20, 30, 40, 50. How I can do that dynamically? I won't be able to do that dynamically using a filter. So for that, what we will do, the same option is there. I'm going to edit the filter. Sagar, you got how to get top 10 rows? Sagar and Shantini. Okay. So this is how you get a top 10 rows, friends. So this is also an important interview question. They generally ask how to get top 10 values dynamically. Okay. So from here onwards, friends, the concepts what we are seeing are a bit advanced and they are very much useful concepts also. So instead of going here to 10, can you see something? Create a new parameter. This option is available here. So instead of going for the top 10, I can create a new parameter also. So I'm going to click on this, create a new parameter. I'm going to name this parameter as top n. So the values here I'm going to enter is between 1 to 100. That is basically based on the number of customers. We have 100 customers, so 1 to 100 I'm giving. Okay. Now I'm going to click OK. Now what happens? Top n is my parameter name, profit, sum of profit, based on my sum of profit. I'm clicking on OK here. Can you see now my top n parameter has come automatically here. I didn't have to do anything here. So here I'm going to enter 20. My 20 customers would come. Here I will be entering 30. Top 30 customers come. Here I can enter 40. Top 40 customers come. So it is something to make it more dynamic. It's very simple to create. So for others who haven't got it once, I'm just repeating this step once again. So you take this customer name, drop it in the filter shelf, right click here, edit the filters. Go to the condition, go to the top, and by field, when you are selecting the field, you just select create a new parameter. Either you can use a parameter which you have created already, or you can use a new parameter. So I went with a new parameter option, that is top n. I created a parameter, and this is that parameter what we created. I'm clicking on OK now. So now if you see under parameters list, there is a new parameter which got created. I'm going to edit and see what is the value what we have. So this is created as an integer, and the current value is 40. The value can range from 1 to 100. Are you all getting me, friends? Are you able to get me? What is the values what we see over here? Okay. So how about other friends? Everyone got this? How about Jayashri, Kalpana, Kanya, Lopita, Prajakti? Prajakti had a question here. Let me just go. Okay, you got it. Fine. Okay. Jayashri is asking, she got the concept why there is a slider there. Okay. So by default, Jayashri, there are two ways of creating these parameters. So whenever you are seeing that, I just went here, you can change the option there to slider or type in. So I prefer to type in, so I chose type in here. So that's why I'm getting a type in option here. You can modify that as well. You can just go there, down click and make it to slider. Slider and take it to type. Okay, Kanya got it, Kalpana got it. Okay, so in the case when you wanted to sort the customers by profit, how to get that? Okay, so here friends, already we have profit percentage displayed. So we have the profit in this order what we got here. So basically the sum of profit is there, and this is what we have. We just need to sort it. We can just sort it by using manual sorting. So you need not have it sorted dynamically, so you can just use the manual sorting there. So now the data are sorted based on your top 10. If you want, you can just make it in. So maximum is that, and you can manually do the sorting there. You got it, Shantini? Yeah, you're welcome. So here, friends, after we check this value, so this is how we get the top n result. So that's what the problem is about. You'll see how they have done that. They have created a product and they have added that to a filter, and they have added a condition top n. Okay. So here the next thing is, I didn't ask you to remove the other products. Give me the results, it gives top n results among all the products. How to do this, friends? Without removing the results, how can we do this? we need to highlight the top 10 products only. How can we do that? So how do you think we can get this? Okay, Kalpana is asking sets. Okay. Jayashree is saying using clusters. Okay. Kanya is saying I created a set there and I directly created this. And Lopita is also saying that. Now let's see, friends. So this is where the concept of sets would be really useful for you. So here what you can do is, friends, you can make use of something called sets here. So instead of this customer name, by filtering it on top end, what I will do, I will use the same parameter, but however I will create a set here based on my customer name. I right click here, I create a set. As you all know, set is also something very similar to a filter. So parameter set. So we haven't created a parameterized set, we will see how to do that now. So instead of giving on top this, I can do something similar to what I did in filters here also. I am just passing on top end. Okay, and I'm clicking on OK. Now what I will do, now my set has been created, a parameter set has been created, and I drag and drop this set in the filters. Okay, so show in and out of set. I'm clicking on OK. Show filter. I like to see all items which are outside the set. Like to see all the items which are in the set. So here we like to highlight those items. So in a text table that is not possible. So what we can take is we can take a bubble chart. Yeah, we'll take a circle views. Circle views based on the customer name. So I'll drop the customer name in column. So now what I will do, I would like to see all the items which are within the set and which are outside the set, which are both like. So I would like to see those items alone, which are within the set, which are outside the set, and which are within the set also. So I like to place it, or what I can do is, I can, instead of having a set in filter, what I will do is, I will take this set, I can drop this in color. So in would be highlighted in this blue and out would be highlighted in that color. So out of this set, what are the items that are there? You can just see that in this color. The items which are there within the set, that would be highlighted in this color. So this is what our CEO wanted. Are you getting me, friends? So these sets can be like an advanced filter, which can do something more than a filter. So wherein in certain scenarios where filters has limited functionalities, sets can help you to do something more than a normal filter does. You are getting this, right, everyone? Sure, Kanya. I will tell you how to create a parameterized set once again. Okay. So here, how did we do this? So basically, first I'll remove the set what I created. Okay. So here, what did I do? I just went to this customer name thing. The same way as you create a filters, Kanya, you can just create a set here. So go to create and click on set. Now a similar window to a filter window gets opened. So by earlier thing we were selecting top 10 fields, right? And we were selecting the parameters. The same thing we are doing here also. So the parameter what we have created, we are assigning the parameter value to this set. So I'm saying assign this top 10 parameter what I created already to this particular set, and you associate it. So that's what I'm doing. So after I created a set, my set looks like something like this. So if you just go to my top condition, you will be able to see my top n sum of profit. Okay. So as soon as I create this top n sum of profit, I'll be able to see these items here. I can basically make use of this set. So after I created the set, what I need to do, since I need to highlight those items only, so I'm taking this set and adding it in my colors. So as soon as I add it in my colors, there are two legends which are coming, which is one which is inside the set, the other one which is outside the set. So the outside the set, these are the items that are there, which are currently getting highlighted. Within the set, these are the items that are available. That alone are getting highlighted. So this is what we did, friends, using set. Are you all getting me, everyone? Okay, friends. So with this, I think we are done with this module. I think so. We are done with this module, but I will just confirm this and we'll go for a break for 5 minutes, friends. So this is what we did. We took this top end, dropped it in the colors, and with this the module 4 is done for us. And friends, I think on occasion of Diwali, on Wednesday evening, that is in India, Wednesday evening classes, anyway we don't have an evening class. So for us on Thursday morning we won't be having any class. That is on day after tomorrow morning we will not have classes. On occasion of Diwali, there was a notification which was sent to me yesterday. So like tomorrow we don't have a class, which will be compensated by an extra class. The class what we are not having for tomorrow, that would be compensated. Not having on Thursday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we have class. We don't have a class on Thursday. Correct. So Manikandan, this is so today in India this is Tuesday. Okay, in India it is Tuesday today. So in India tomorrow we have class, and day after tomorrow we don't have a class on Thursday. So which might be Wednesday evening for you all. So Wednesday evening class you should not be having. Yeah, correct. Yeah, Shweta, the classes are generally like I'm planning to extend the class for next whole week. Again, all 5 days we will be having a class the next week, Shweta. Okay. So Shantini is getting only one parameter in the output, that is in the legend. Okay. So when you are getting only one parameter, Shantini, what you need to do is you just need to go here. When you are dropping it in and out, have you set the parameters correct? So what is the value that you have set there? I'm making you as a presenter and you can let me know. I'm just making you as a presenter. I would like to see your screen first. Yeah, I have made you as a presenter, Shantanu. Now you can share your screen. Yes, I'm able to see your screen. So you are just getting your out parameter alone, right? Can I have your look at your parameter set, what you have created? Parameter set, can you right click that? Edit it, yeah. Top and customers by profit you have sorted, okay. Great, click on OK. Can you remove this from colors and add it to filters? Shanti, can you remove it from colors and add it to filters? Okay. Can you right click here and right click this? Yeah, right click that and show filter. So the top is not there. So where is the top? So is this your Windows OS or iOS system?
Windows தான நம்மளது. Ne?
Sorry, is this a Windows OS or iOS? I think Windows, right? Yeah, it's a Windows OS. Okay. So here, I don't see why the top parameter is not. Can you give me the control? I'd like to try it. Can you get me the control, Shantini? It should be on towards your right. You should be able to see something called sharing and control.
Yes, sir. Give keyboard and mouse. I'm clicking on that. I think you should have it.
I should have the control. Let me check. Still, I don't have. No. Okay. Not an issue. So, yeah, I think I have a control now. Okay. Okay. So, you
I messed up somewhere creating the set.
Yeah, you have created it, right? So this is the customer names and this is the profit. So I'm just wondering why the top value is missing for you. Okay. So we added a customer here and we added the sum of profit, and this is the set what you have created.
What was the condition? Was there a condition?
No, there was condition was not there. It is by default showing it. It is there. Correct. You have by mistake. I think there was a condition.
I made a mistake. I'm sorry, sir.
No issue. So that's why this was not appearing for you. I think now it should work. Let's see. We'll take this parameter. I think this one, right? Parameter set.
Yes, sir.
So you can just drop it in the colors. Yeah. Now you get it. So these are the ones which are in the set. These are the ones which are not in the set.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, friends, we all shall go for a break for 3-4 minutes, and we shall come back again. With the module 5, we'll start with the dashboarding. Okay. Yeah, Shweta, the classes would be from Monday to Friday. That's right. Next week, Monday to Friday. As I heard that most of you are not comfortable coming on weekends, so that's why I had to choose on from Monday to Friday. Yeah, friends, we are back from break. So, class will not be there on 20th morning. Okay. 20th morning. Okay. 20th morning also we don't have a class, is it? Okay. So, friends, whatever. So for now, I'm not able to see the schedule of the class. So at least tomorrow we have a class. That's for sure. And on 19th, I believe it is not there. Not sure about the 20th morning. I didn't get any notifications. I'll let you know, friends. I'll check with them and I'll let you know. Okay. So how to save the Tableau workbook in my desktop? Okay. First, I'll show you how to save this. So the workbook, to save it, friends, click on File, Save As. So you can just save it in, if you're using Tableau Public, the things won't, this option, you cannot save it in your desktop. You can save it only in your public.tableau.com. You won't be able to save it here in your desktop. You can click on the Save As and save it as TWBX, which would be a packaged workbook kind. You can just save it directly. Okay. So this is how you can save this, friends. And the other questions were, okay, let me open the questions window. Okay, do we manually sort the customer name or it's automatically sorted when we use the set option? No, Manikandan, I have sorted it manually. Sorted it by profit manually. So there are other options also to basically do that. I'll show that to you sometime later. Yeah. Okay, Shweta, yeah, considering 2 recordings per class, so the extra sessions also would be uploaded on the same thing, Shweta, like, so you will be able to see that at the bottom. As you move on and on, the recordings would be coming there for every session, whatever we are having, the extra sessions, everything. The recording would be captured and it would be stand one below the other. So you should be able to see it in that order. So the first recording, you will be able to see it first, and the ones which are given today, what I'm giving, that would be uploaded tomorrow, or you should be able to see that at last. So like that, you can find it out which would be the for extra classes. So under the same modules only it will be there. You may not search anywhere. Okay, friends. Now we are done with something called the basics of things. So we are almost done with the basic stuff. What and all we should know as when we are developing the reports and when we are developing the things. Now coming to important concept of this particular thing, we are going to see something called dashboard, and we are going to create some dashboards. And we are also going to create some stories. Okay. So we'll see what they are and how to do that. So what are dashboards? So where and all you have seen a dashboard, friends? So you must have seen a dashboard in your car first. So you should have noticed the dashboard which shows you what is the speed, what is the thing, what is the fuel that is left over, what is the temperature, and it shows you what is the outside temperature, also what is the car temperature also, and what other things you'll be able to see how the rates per minute, how that is going on, how kilometers per hour or miles per hour, how that is there. So you'll be able to see something more in detail in a dashboard, right? So dashboards are something like what we see it in a normal car. So it's very similar to that. So it will be, what is the main purpose of creating a dashboard? So the main purpose of creating a dashboard is, friends, whatever worksheet that we created till now may not be able to help us in our day-to-day work. Okay. So why I'm saying that is, in order to perform your day-to-day work or operations, whatever you are doing, so the individual worksheets may not add much value for you. You might have to combine worksheets, one or more worksheets put together in order to see what you can do with that. So not only one worksheet you can create and make it useful, so there is something called dashboards what we can create. So what are dashboards? Dashboards are going to be a combination of worksheets. Can you see here? This is one worksheet and this is the other worksheet, and both of them put together we are able to see it in a single view there. So this is the presentation mode. So I am able to see the dashboards that are available here. So for example, I am able to see the sales by product category and sales by profit by product names. And somewhere like I am clicking on the month of August. So this is the only item I am selecting. It is just showing me the sales of those items which were performed in the month of August only. If I am clicking here, it is just showing me the sales and profit by product on the month of this particular day alone. Wherever I am clicking, that value alone is changing here. You see this graph is also changing along with that. So this we call them as interactive dashboards. So interactive dashboards are something like wherein you can click on certain values and see what is the result which comes out of that. So basically this dashboarding itself is a very interesting thing wherein you can integrate many features into this. So here this is the map, executive overview of profitability. So if I as a CEO come and see this report, I click on this particular data and it's just showing me where and all this has done well, where and all hasn't done well. So I'm clicking on Florida and I wanted to see my profits. So how it has done well. In technology it has done somewhat okay in 2013 and it has come down totally. In office supplies, in furniture, all these categories, I'm not able to see much of sales, monthly sales here, nor by segment also I'm not able to see much of sales here for this particular sale. So it's in a big negative profit, 6.2% is going down the profit, minus 6.2%. So like this friends, dashboards are generally for seeing the data. For more than one worksheet you can combine that together and put it together as a single worksheet. So that is where dashboards really help us in and to integrate the data. So though you have data from various sources, it works like answering one single question there. What has been my sales? Across regions I can drill down, across states, whatever fields you are defining you can do that in dashboards. So the main purpose of creating the worksheets and the graphs and stuff, whatever we saw now, it is for creating dashboards. Okay, so you can like ask questions to dashboards and you can get answers for those questions also. Okay, so now in real time let's see how we create a dashboard. So you understood the concept of dashboard, friends? Everyone. And you also saw how a dashboard looks. Okay, so how to create a dashboard? Okay, so how to create a dashboard? To create a dashboard, there is a square kind of a box kind of symbol. Can you see that with a table kind of thing which has rows and columns in that? A table kind of symbol is available. Can you see this? A table kind of symbol is available here. You can just click on this table icon. Yeah, I'm just showing that again, Kanya. You can just see that. So there is a table kind of icon which is there, and here you will be able to see that. So I'm clicking this, friend. So after I click here, all sheets, whatever I have created till now, All sheets are listed here. Can you see that? Everything is getting listed here. Everything, whatever we created, all sheets are getting displayed. Only sheets. Only worksheets would get listed in dashboards. Okay. So we had created something called performance, the forecast. These are some default what was there, and these are the ones what we have created. So if you see this window here, friends, this is like what is going to be the size of this dashboard. You can basically set the size here. If you keep it to automatic, this will adjust to any screen it is displayed on. So if I'm using I'm currently using my laptop. So if I'm using my desktop also, it will resize my dashboard to that view. If I'm using my mobile device also, it will resize my view to my mobile. So like that, this automatic option helps me in that way. Or in that case, if you can directly set a range of values here. Instead of automatic, you can make it as range also. So here in range, you can basically specify what is the size of your dashboard, and if you know the size, what is the minimum and the maximum range that is there, you can basically give that. Even that is possible. You can directly give that. Okay. And here is where you get all your sheets. Okay. You can basically drag and drop your sheets by left clicking on this particular sheet, drag it and drop it here. Similarly, you can do other things also. So, and there are other objects which are present here. So, some are like image objects, text objects. I will just show that to you in some time. Before that, I will be wanting to show you this tiled and floating option. Okay. First, now my tiled option is checked. Okay. So, I am going to drag this performance dashboard and I am going to drop it here. So maybe this dashboard is not available, so I'm just I'm not going to use this. Let me use something what we created. I'm going to use this sheet 21 dashboard. So we are just basically a forecast what we got. What was our sales forecast? So this is a sheet 1. So as soon as I drag and drop this sheet, I can basically edit the title of the sheet. Whatever you do at the workbook level, you can just do that here also. The same thing you can just do. You can basically drop the sheet name here. You can just mention it as sales forecast. You can just mention it as sales forecast. So click on apply and click on OK. So this is my first sheet. I just drag and drop, and after I drag and drop it, can you see here there is a blue color tick mark which appeared in that search. The blue color tick mark appeared, and now I want to add one more sheet. How to add that? The same way, I am left clicking on this, dragging this and dropping it. And can you see, whenever I am dragging and dropping it, a shaded kind of symbol comes there. So how will you like to see your sheet? You want your sheet to be put vertical way, or you would like to have it on a horizontal way? So I prefer doing it on a horizontal way here. So what I am doing, whenever I am dragging the sheet, I will show it that once again. This sheet, drag this and pull it here to the dashboard window. As soon as you pull this to a dashboard window, either you can drop it horizontally, vertically, or you can drop it horizontally. So I'm just dropping it horizontal, dropping that sheet here. Okay. So this is going to be a very small sheet, so I don't think this much space is required for this. So what I will do, I can remove the sheet by clicking on this remove from default. I can remove this sheet. So either I can just drop the sheet here or somewhere here. I can just drop it here. I think this should be fine. And there is an option on top, friends, fit. I can just click here as enter view, so that everything is getting displayed on a single view here, I can hide the title and make it even more make it look better here. So here I'm having it based on my subcategory, and this is basically based on my forecast. I'm just having things here. So this is the title. Likewise, I can just add one more sheet also, friends. For example, I wanted to add this as well. So what I can do, I can just add it here, and I can make this as, so this one I'll make it as standard view, so that it's not occupying much space there. So this is what it would be, and I can adjust my width also here. So I can manually drag and drop this, place it here. So if I want this sheet to be shown bigger, I can just make it bigger. Like that, I can show the numbers. So can you see here, I have integrated more than one sheet. So whatever legends which are associated with that sheet also appears here. So you should be careful in choosing the filters and legends here. If you really need to show them, you show that, or else in a dashboard kind of thing, it is more of a matter about space there. So you cannot use more space here in a dashboard because it has to be compact. It is going to have 2 to 3 sheets. So in a dashboard technique, normally when you are having 2 to 3 sheets, 3 sheets or maximum 4. So that would be the maximum limit what you can do, but you can add more sheets also. However, in general, if it is not more than 3 sheets, it will be really looking nice, and whatever information you wanted to convey, you can convey that information easily. Then the number of worksheets what you are using within the dashboard is limited. Okay, you got it, friends? So either whatever things you may not have it, you can just close those. For example, these things you do not want to see that, so you can basically close those legend. In order to save some space here, you can just close those. Or whatever you feel is appropriate, you can just make it. So one thing here, so when I'm dragging and dropping this particular item, I wanted to place certain items here in this, within the graph only. Because in certain cases I don't want to occupy this space, and I do not know like which segment, which legend belongs for which sheet. So basically here I may not be able to do that. So what I can do is better is I can just add those shapes within that worksheet only. So for that, what I need to do, I need to click this inverted arrow, change it to a type called floating. So after I make it as floating, I can just drag this and drop it on top of my sheet only. Or I can place it anywhere within the sheet. So here, either if this is possible, you can place it here, or you can just place it somewhere else. So based on the segment, how the things are looking, corporate, consumer, home office, you can just have those legends placed within that sheet. So maybe this is not the right place, but you can just have it somewhere here also. So top, bottom, or somewhere like here. You can place your legends here, so that it's easy for you to select and see those values, how they are looking, how the things are working there. So this is something on the dashboard screen, and there is also a discount parameter which is there. So this one also I would like to make it as floating. So I'm just going here making it as floating. So the discount parameter, wherever I'm adding, I think this discount parameter was very specific to this dashboard. So this workbook, so I'll just add it here. Or maybe if space is not enough, I can just make this look smaller, but I can just add it somewhere here. You can basically select the discounts from here. So this is what it is, friends. So basically you can make the sheets work look better by placing the items and stuff like this. And you can also make use of the other spacing, whatever which is available within that workbook, you can make use of that spacing also. So this is how you will be using this particular thing. You can just fit the width and see that if this parameter is not appropriate here, you can just place it somewhere else also. So this is the basics of creating a dashboard, friends. So you all got it, how to create it. Okay. Now the same thing we created something on tiled mode. The same dashboard, when we are using something called, instead of tiled, I am selecting floating here. Now you see what happens. The same thing I am selecting, however I am placing it as floating type. Can you see what has happened now? My size of these items or charts are in a lesser size. So here I can resize it amount. So I can resize this accordingly to what size I require this particular chart. I can drag this, I can drop it. I need not have a fixed place for this chart. Instead I can have this chart placed anywhere where I like. So I can just place it down. I can place it up. I can place it anywhere where I wanted to place this. So whenever I am using this floating option, this particular sheets when I am trying to drag and drop, I can drop it the place where I wanted to keep them. So I can manually set the width height according to my screen. So this is very useful feature when designing dashboards for mobile devices. So whenever you are doing something for your mobile devices, that point of time you will not have much space to do that. So in that case, these things are really, these things come really very handy for us. The reason is because for a mobile devices, when you are designing, you need very small space. Within that space, you need to cram most of your dashboards and items there. So that point of time, this would be really helpful for us. This floating view, because you can resize the box accordingly and you can make use of that. So you can basically do things as you wish. So that is one advantage what we get over there from this floating view. And you can just adjust the sizing of those parameters and stuff. You can just place that here and there. And you can have it. You can just place them over here. Okay, friends. So this is what this floating and this option is. And other than that, there is something called images also. You can place your company logo, the images, whatever you are having. You can just place that image option here. So if you just go to image option there, you can basically have your company logos and things pasted here. So maybe I'll take something like this. Yeah, lighthouse I'll take. I'll click on open, and can you see now my image comes here. So I can also place my images within my dashboard, my company logos and things. I can just place it within the dashboard. So I can basically fit the size, set URL, and I can basically center the image so that it's looking somewhat better and appropriate. It's looking. So I can just have these images placed here. So I can just add them. So I can just drag these images, drop it over here, do something like this. I can resize the image and I can have something like this. And also like after I place this image here, I can basically go to this image option, and there is something called set URL. So whenever I'm clicking this URL, I need to go to http://com. Okay. So whenever I'm clicking on this image, I want to go to a URL. That point of time I can just click this. Automatically it goes to the website wherever I'm going. So I can just see what this is about. So basically, so I can just go to this particular thing in images. So it can get me to certain relevant sites. I can just make use of that. So yeah, I'll just go to this site and see about lighthouse, what is a lighthouse and things. So I can just make use of this. There is a URL option for this wherein you can just set the URL for this images directly. And there is something called floating order. You can just bring this image to front, to send to backward, to forward. You can just do that. Even that is there. And there are other options such as the horizontal and vertical. Okay. So horizontal or vertical. So you all got this till now. Any questions before I proceed on further? Okay. So for you, Jayashree, you are getting it? Okay. Okay, friends. So now after we added an image, there are other objects that are available, such as this web page is there. So I can just take this web page and drop this web page here. So here basically this web page can take me to, so maybe I'll just give some web page name here. So let me give tableau.com. Okay. So similarly, when you are having your company names and things there, you can basically give this as a web page also. So what happens here is you can basically embed the web page itself within this. Can you see here? I'm able to see tableau.com directly coming as a web part. So this is really a cool thing, friends, what you can do within the Tableau. So you can basically browse this web page. This can be a news feed, or it can be about a product specifications, or it can be something about that, or something about what your dashboard is. You can basically add a web page there directly to, so it will direct you to that web page. And you never know like what, is this a web page or an image or certain things or what it is about. You never know that, and you can basically fit that web page here. And there are also other options what you get. So you can just edit the URL and you can just bring it forward or deselect. Those things you can do. So by default, these things are in floating type, friends, and you can click on any one of those. You can browse this web page and you can make it like look better. Or something, if you are interested, you can just click on this. Once you click on the link within that web page, that gets opened within Tableau itself. So what are the new features that are there? So something like this, visual analytics, dashboard spacing, the formatting, everything. So you can just see the page in which the things are moving on, and this would, no one would know that this is going to be a URL or a web page unless until they see something very similar to this. So you can paste this also within that, and okay. Once we complete the dashboard, we can publish it into Tableau server so that the end user can have a read-only access. Right, exactly, Jayashree. So once you are publishing your reports there, you will be giving access to your end users, so for which access permissions needs to be granted. So that is when the Tableau server admin comes into picture. He sets up the roles, the permissions, the security features of Tableau, and he takes care of granting access to the users. And the access would be read-only access. So it would be like they can use any of the features. So we'll see, friends, how to publish that. So for publishing the dashboard, generally there are options here. So under the server, you can just go here, you can just publish the workbook. Publish workbook. So for now I was connected to something specific there. So I'm not going to use this anymore because this would be my office official purpose where I can publish. I can publish the workbook using this option, publish workbook. I can either publish it in Tableau public or I can publish it anywhere, wherever I want it. I can publish my reports or views. But we'll see about how to publish at the later part of this session, friends. There is a separate module for us to see on publishing this dashboard. And there is something called, few options are there, something called horizontal and vertical what we have. So what is horizontal and vertical? So it's nothing but like a small container. So within this container, when you wanted to place certain filters, so for example, when you are dragging your dashboards, you can just place this particular sheet within this particular window. So you can just drag it and drop it here so that it gets placed within this particular window. Or you can just remove this here, and when you wanted to place your filters and parameters alone separately, you can just make use of this. This horizontal and vertical things comes handy during that point of time. You can just click this, and you can just drag and drop your fields items here. You can just place them within this container. So they are basically used for grouping purpose, and the main advantage of using containers is you can just control them as one. So for example, you can just click here and control the entire view then. So you can just format the container and click the options what you want. You can just highlight those values which are present within the container. Just highlight those items. You can just do certain things here or operations. So that's where this containers comes handy. It can just help us in sequencing the things better. You can basically have those items grouped like this so that it's not occupying much space and it's looking neat also. Just for this cosmetic changes and beautification purpose, we make use of these containers also. So here we have the sheet 22 and you can just hide the titles. So for now we are not going to see the titles alone. The reason is like it might occupy more space. So we'll have a title specific to dashboard. So that's what this containers are capable of doing. And we have something called text boxes also. So text boxes helps you type in some text here. So it's like a normal text you can just type in this dashboard support or something. So I can just place the title here and the text box appears there. You can just edit the content and add on your information and things using this text box. You can basically use the normal bold and other fonts which are available. You can make use of those fonts and make it better, looking better. So these are some of the options what we have it in dashboards, friends. Okay. So and so similarly, we just dropped the horizontal one so that it came like that. So we'll drop a vertical one. I can just place something very similar to that. I can just place some sheets or workbooks or something within this container. So I can just place something. I can just drag and drop it, fit it to the container. So I can make use of that. containers better. So it helps me to resizing and helps me to utilize my space better. So these containers can be used for that purpose. Okay. And other than this, what other options we have is we have something called dashboard title, which is available. So if I'm enabling this dashboard title, you can just see the dashboard title which comes over here. And you see this. I can give a title for my dashboard. So I can just edit the title and give a title for this appropriately. So it would be so I can make use, I can enter any text here. Once I apply that, I'll be able to see that title appearing here. Okay. And one more thing what I wanted to show you all is about the device preview. So you can design dashboards for your mobile devices, for your laptops, for your iPad, specific devices you can basically click. So once I enable this device preview, so this is how my dashboard will look in a tablet. So tablet view, I need to shrink the space more because these things would be cut out in a tablet. That's what it is saying. I can basically, this is how my phone view will be there. My phone view will have this much window only. This is a generic phone. You can just specifically configure it for specific phones also. We have iPhone 6s Plus, we have Samsung. So what are the common phones that we are using? Nexus, Lumia and other things we have. What are the common phones we have? We will use that specifically. So or it's better to go with a generic phone title, so it suits for most of the phones. So it will be suiting for most of the phones. You can basically design the dashboard by using the floating and the containers. You can create smaller visualizations. So one more thing what is required is whenever you are gathering a requirement from your users, you need to ask them, are they designing the dashboards for their desktops or are they designing the dashboards for their mobile devices? So if they are going to design it for mobile devices, you need to create separate dashboards for mobile. You cannot use the same dashboard what you have created in desktop for mobiles also. So you need to create something separate. Okay. So that is one option here. And then after that, there is also something called Tableau mobile app is available. So when you are designing that, you can just make use of this Tableau mobile app, and that helps you in creating that. And once you click on add a phone layout, the phone, can you see here, this is my default view and this is the phone view. So this is my default view, this is the phone view. So phone view is this much alone will be displayed in my phone. So I can add different views of the same dashboard after I create it. So specifically I can design that phone views and default views. And there is something called layouts which is there, which is basically for adjusting your width and height of this. So this will be really useful when you are designing your sheets, wherein certain sheets width and height you need to adjust of each and every container, you need to adjust the width and height. That point of time this will be useful. This can be used. So we saw some quick introduction about dashboards. Now we'll see what are the things that we have as a part of our module. Okay. So we saw about this dashboards and what are the sheets which is available. Just to summarize the things what we saw now. So you need to hit this icon to create a dashboard. Then you go here, you drag the field and drop it here. So as soon as you drop your fields there, you will be able to see a blue color tick mark which appears, which denotes that that sheet has been dragged to the dashboard. And you can make use of these images by using this image object. You can add some images, select the images, and you can just choose images whatever you want. And you can use a web page here, edureka.co. You can just make use of the web page directly, use that web page here. And you can create the dashboards directly. So you can either make it by clicking here a floating option, you can drag and drop the sheet, or you can basically use that sheet and drag and drop. So the layouts are basically for selecting the positions and stuff like that. And you can also insert parameters to the titles, like so this parameters to the titles are something like where you have it. So the introduction to dashboards is there. So you can just edit the title and I can basically insert some values to this. So what is that? So any parameters if I'm having, I can just pass on that parameter value. So profit parameter or something, whatever I'm using, I can just pass on that parameter value to this. So that value gets displayed automatically here. So what profits we are selecting, based on that, the value gets changed. So that's what they are saying about dropping the parameters. And okay. So I think I'm stopping it with this, friends. So we just got an introduction to dashboarding in Tableau. So as it's going to be time for us, we will see about how to design a specific dashboard and how to add filters to the dashboard and how to make the dashboard more interactive using actions and other things. We are going to see about that in some time. So for now I am stopping it with this, friend. So for any specific questions you can let me know now itself for anything. You didn't get any concept or you want me to repeat certain things again, you can let me know please. Okay, Prajakti is saying today I'm able to see full screen in my iPad. No, Prajakti, I didn't do anything. It was the same setting. I'm not sure actually when you are seeing it from your iPad how things are looking, but it was one and the same only. So I didn't do anything different there. So it was, I think there was some setting there at your end, maybe not sure what has happened. Okay. So Lopita is saying I'm unable to save my workbook. Sure. So Lopita, I'm just making you as a presenter. Please let me know what is the issue there. I will making you as a presenter. Okay, friends. For others, today's session is done. So for any questions, you can let me know, friends, and you can for any feedback what you have, please pass on to me in the chat window. So I alone will be able to read that, so it should not be an issue. Okay, I'm just making you as a presenter, Lopita. Thank you, Jayashree. Thank you, Samir. Okay, Lopita, you are not connected in laptop? Oh, then okay. Then you want me to show it to you how to save it? Sure, Sagar. We can see it offline later. Thank you, Shweta. Yes. For thank you, Hasani. You all have a great day, Darsan. See you. Bye bye. Sure, Shantini, and I would prefer keeping the same time there. There won't be any change in time slots. Even this time is fine for me as well, so it should not be a problem. And advance Diwali wishes to everyone, friends. So today evening is we are celebrating Diwali here in my place. So I am located at Chennai. So here we have Diwali at in the evening. So maybe I think you all would be celebrating it tomorrow or day after. So very happy Diwali, friends. You all have a great day there. And happy learning to you all. Okay. So, Lokesh, I'm sharing my screen. Let me make myself as presenter back again. Thank you, Sagar. You all have a great day there. Bye-bye. Thank you, Kalpana. Okay, so for saving this workbook, Lokita, under file you should be able to get an option. But in a Tableau public, what happens is you will not be able to save anything directly in your system. So for that what you need to do is you need to sign in to this public.tableau.com. So you need to sign in to this public.tableau.com, create your username and password. So whatever visualizations, whatever things that you are creating, you need to save it in Tableau Public only. Okay, you did save it. Okay. So what is the thing that you are getting after saving it? Are you able to see the published workbooks in the URL which is mentioned? For example, I'm saying like you just go to this public.tableau.com. See, you just get into this public.tableau.com. See, you just need to get in here and you need to sign in with your credentials. Okay, still you are not able to save it, is it? Okay, so in that case what you do, Lokita, you just go here to this option, go to the server, okay, publish workbook, you click on publish workbook, and instead of this you give your URL. So public.tableau.com, you give it this URL and click on connect. So after you click on connect, you should be able to type in your username and a password credentials here. So you can just sign in here. So I don't actually remember my password for this. Let me see if this works. Or else I don't remember my password for public.tableau.com. I will get it later. So this is how you need to do, Lokita. You need to sign into that and then try publishing it. I can directly publish it to your server then. Thank you, Shantini, for your wishes, and you have a great Diwali there. Yeah, no, it's absolutely not a problem. You can join late tomorrow. It's absolutely fine, Shantini. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. So this is how you need to publish it, Lokita. You try this option and let me know still if you are not able to publish, or you can just share me your screen, Lokita. Once you are, at least if you are connected to your desktop, you can share your screen with me tomorrow and let me know if you are still facing some issues. I will try to see. So first you see if you are able to log into this public.tableau.com and try doing that. Okay. Okay, friends, I think if we don't have any further questions, we shall stop today's session with this. And you all have a great day there. Thank you, Lokita. Have a great day. Happy Diwali to you. You take care. See you everyone. You all take care. Bye-bye.